What's up, guys? We got 4 performance of the nights. We got Makhachev, Nurmagomedov, Alaskarov, and Islam. They all won $50,000. Congratulations to them. Who's got the first question?
Dana, down here, just your immediate reaction to a fantastic head kick KO by Islam over Alex. What did you think of the fight? Obviously, it ended pretty early, but how did you think it played out? What did you think of the finish?
What do I think of the head kick?
Yeah.
Spectacular. I mean, listen, Crow Cop-esque head kick. Islam talked a lot about coming in and revenging, and setting the record straight on how everybody felt about the last fight. And, it wasn't one of those situations where you say, that Alexander came in on short notice and gassed out or anything. He went in there and finished it. Impressive win by him.
Khamzat Chimaev and Kamaru, obviously a great fight as well. That first round, no one's ever done that to Kamaru. What did you make of Khamzat's performance? And apparently he broke his hand in the first round as well.
Yeah, he said he broke his hand, but that's not confirmed yet. Obviously, he's going to go get x-rays and MRIs and whatever he needs, and we'll figure that out. And, Khamzat goes in there and he's fighting, the greatest welterweight of all time, a very tough, crafty veteran. And, Khamzat was built here during COVID. I mean, the kid's unbelievably talented. We need to keep him more active. That's what we need to do.
Did you score it the way the judges had it? You had it 2 rounds to Khamzat, 1 to Kamaru. How did you have it scored?
I don't know. I didn't score. I mean, the first round was, there's a lot of talks about 10-8s. First round was probably a 10-8 round. So from there, I don't know.
What has been the issue with keeping Khamzat busy? Is it been travel issues? Has it been his schedule? What's the issue with keeping Khamzat busy?
Well, there's been issues in the past. Hopefully there's not issues now. Hopefully his hand's not broken, and hopefully we can do this title fight.
Yeah. For Kamaru, though, again, stepping in on short notice, he came back strong in the second and third round. Very impressive performance by him on such short notice.
Usman?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Usman, again, that's a different fight at 5 rounds. That's an interesting fight at 5 rounds.
Would you like to see Usman stay at middleweight?
Usman?
Yeah.
That's up to him. That guy's done it all. You know what I mean? If you look at his career, look what he's done. He's the greatest welterweight of all time. Doesn't get enough credit, and stepped up, took this fight at 85. Whatever he wants to do, I'm good with.
We also had some weird doctor decisions this evening.
Yeah, listen, the guy's inexperienced. He got up in it. I think there's a lot of things that probably happened. I guess he asked. I guess he asked him, "Where are you right now?" And his response was, "I'm in the desert." He's not wrong. I think there's a big language barrier in there between the 2 of them, inexperience, and it sucks. It's one of those things that happens sometimes, and we'll make it right and we'll fix it.
It's been a while since we've seen you get in the cage to stop some carnage. What exactly was going on in there between Johnny and Ankalaev?
That didn't look like it was going in the right direction. That's all we needed. So I just, yeah.
It seems like there's a video of a fan jumping over the barricade to get at Paulo Costa after the Khamzat fight. Do you have any update on what happened there?
Yeah, with the group of people that we had here in the building tonight, it was like a powder keg in there. That thing was just ready to pop off. I've never seen something like that. Somebody from the crowd go after a fighter. But we handled it. We contained it.
Last one for me. There were 2 fighters in the early prelims that revealed that they came into their fight with staph infection, pretty bad staph infection, and they got through medicals and fight week and they still fought. Do you have to do anything or change anything so that doesn't happen moving forward?
No. I mean, if you look at how many fights we basically do fights every single Saturday. And here's one of the things. If you're going to lie and hide injuries like that, lie all the way home. Why are you going to lie and do that and then sit up here and say, "Oh, I had staph infection"? It's a very fucking weird thing to do, to be honest with you. Very weird. Yeah.
Dana.
Yeah.
over there. What do you make of the Shara Bullet performance?
He's a bad boy. He's tough. His first fight in the UFC, I don't know how he's from Dagestan and has zero takedown defense, but other than that, he looked incredible. Yeah, no, I like the kid.
Is he a future of this game, in your opinion?
Is he the future of the sport? I don't know if he's the future of the sport, but you know, he's definitely got a future here. He's got to work on his takedown defense. I mean, in the UFC, you have to have the full game. Obviously, his kickboxing is nasty, and leg kicks, head kicks, you know, elbows, obviously. But he's got to tighten up that wrestling game, or he'll get beat here very quickly.
Yesterday, you took a photo with Michael Venom Page that came up on Instagram. He shared it. Are you guys in negotiations with him to sign him?
Listen, he's a kid that we're definitely interested in, and he's interested too. So possibly.
Wouldn't commit there in the octagon about his next opponent, but who do you think it makes more sense to him, Gaethje or Oliveira?
Yeah. Listen, you got to give it to Oliveira. I mean, Oliveira was ready to go. Unfortunately, got cut. Yeah. This is like the worst. I'm half deaf as is, and his air conditioner is so loud I can't hear you guys. I apologize. But, yeah, I think you give it to Oliveira. But, again, these are all questions that I really can't answer right now. When we get home, we'll figure this stuff out and see what's next for everybody.
Alex, disappointing result. We've had a few minutes now. Just give us your thoughts on your performance, his performance, and the fight itself.
Yeah, man. That's the game, eh? Got me. You know, good. I haven't properly watched the back, but, you know, yeah, got me. You know, went straight over. He went nice and high, even though I was shelling. So maybe it was something that they were planning, so credit to him.
Up until that point, how were you feeling in the fight?
You know, I felt strong. You know, I felt strong in there, but like, yeah, I wanted to. Obviously, I've been telling you, you know, obviously want to put some hands on him and whatnot. I wanted to pull the trigger, but I know, it just felt. I guess it felt a little weird in there. Just that little bit hesitant, which I didn't expect. I was like, I was waiting for something. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go, and then he got me. Yeah. What do you do?
What do you put that down to? Why do you think you were hesitant?
Look, man, I'm not. I'm not gonna. You know, I don't want to sit there and obviously make excuses. You know what I mean? So, you know, obviously, I'm a big believer in preparation and stuff like that. But you know, I back myself. So that's the decision I made. You know what I mean? You know, you know, I probably made decisions. You know, I could have made better decisions but you know, again, like he's not somebody you should be taking a short notice with, but I needed it. Again, obviously, a lot of people will say it's for the money and all that, but you know, it was much more than that. Like, you know what I mean? It is hard. Like, it really is hard for athletes. Sorry. I never thought I'd struggle with it, but I mean, like, for some reason, when I wasn't fighting or in camp, I just do my head in. You know what I mean? I needed a fight, and then this opportunity come up, and you know, I'll be honest, I wasn't training as much as I should have, but I thought I had to, you know, I had to do it. I had to take it. I thought it would be, you know, I'm telling myself it's meant to be. Obviously, I was struggling a little bit, not fighting, doing my head in. I don't know how. Everything's fine. I've got a beautiful family, but I don't know. You know, I think you just need to keep busy. So that's why, you know, I just ask the UFC to, you know, just keep me busy, because, you know, I need to be keeping busy. I need to be in camp. Otherwise, I'm going to do my head in. So, you know, that's yeah. I'll leave it at that.
I want to be sensitive to what you're saying, and if you don't have to reveal anything you don't want to reveal, but you used to saying something like Tyson Fury spoken about in the past, that if I'm not fighting, I get dark places and I start getting down. Or are you saying you get bored? What exactly do you mean by you need to stay busy before, or it does your head in?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I've never believed, not believed in that stuff. Like I never got it. It was something that. You know, I don't know, maybe the more and more I learn about myself, more and more I understand, yeah, I don't know. It was different. It was a decision I chose. I talked about us having a smile on my face, me and my wife. Obviously, my wife could see that it does get hard. I don't know why. You know what I mean? Like just I think it was just so much going on with obviously the surgery and then the baby and and then I just needed to get in camp. So and then this fight come up. I'm like, it's meant to be. Let's do it. So I thought that was what it was, but maybe it was just a silly decision under them circumstances. Again, they're decisions you don't want to make against someone like Islam, and I'm not taking nothing away from him. Yeah.
I don't think you're the only athlete who struggled with that, by the way.
Yeah, I know that. I know it's a very common thing. It was something that again I've never understood. It was I've never dealt with anything like that, to be honest. I was obviously I talk about being professional and always turning up, and if there ever was a time that I wasn't, it was literally now. And then I made a decision. Maybe this happened to give me a kick up the ass for being silly. Maybe it won't happen again now. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe this will kick me back into gear, get back in there and go back to featherweight division and kick ass there.
Yeah. So to be clear, I mean, and I understand your motivation now. January is something you very much want.
Yeah, I need to, like I said, I need to be busy. Again, this is it's just I think my main purpose, obviously now, is family and fighting. And when I'm not fighting, I feel like I'm not ticking all the boxes. I need to be ticking the boxes. I don't like wasting time. That's why I've talked to my manager. Obviously, before this, I'm like, we need to keep me busy. It's weird. I've never, again, to be honest, it's never really happened. Maybe it was just with the newborn and the surgery and that, it's, again, this ain't an excuse. Again, it's just again, like, I wanted to put one on his, I thought I could, I thought I could come in and be like, anyone that can do this on 11 days notice. I do believe that I am that guy. But maybe I'll choose a different opponent or a better opponent to be doing that too. Like, obviously, Islam, full credit to him. At the end of the day, he called me. So, I can't say much, I wanted to catch him, and I didn't.
We haven't seen you on the receiving end of a loss like this. We've seen you in hard-fought, close decisions. But, Israel, he's taken time off for burnout. Your other teammate, Kai, he had that concussion. He had to take time off too. So do you have to talk to people around you to maybe do pull it back, or do you just want to go full steam ahead?
I mean, I need to train. I need to get into it. Again, it keeps me healthy. So that needs to happen.
Does this defeat mean that we won't see you in the lightweight division anymore?
I don't think that's the case. Obviously, it's going to be hard to get a fight with Islam ever again. That's what I mean when I was saying there's still a lot to lose for me, a lot to lose. But there was a lot to gain, and it was much more than just that as well.
Islam, congratulations on a spectacular victory. You were throwing the head kick a fair bit throughout the fight. Is that something that you saw in the game plan that you think you'd be able to stop him with?
Honestly, I think, and my coach told me, hey, you have the good head kick, and I always try to land the kick when I fought. And on my mind, I always thinking when this kick landed, because I know I kick very well, and for the opponent like Volkanovski, who a little bit short, it's a best plan to, landed some kick, because when you have short opponent, easy to land, and I just made some mistake. I show him low kick, body kick, and change to up, to head kick. This is the plan. This is what we did last couple of months. This is what we did in the locker room, and very happy.
Yeah, it was beautiful. How good does it feel after the first fight was so close, all the talk about the decision, to come in here and finish him in the first round, no controversy?
Really happy to finish in first round, because if it's happened in championship round, people start to talk. He's take this fight short notice. He's not ready for championship round. But I'm really happy because I finished all these things in the first round. Well done. All this story with Volkanovski is finished right now.
And I know a lot of people maybe think of you as a grappler first, but to come out here and finish it with a knockout in the first round, do you feel like this proves you are the best fighter in the world right now?
Of course. Some people underestimated my striking, but I show, in the first fight, I showed the people my striking. And I think now people will respect my striking, and I just show I am not just wrestler, grappler, or striker, and I know I'm a best fighter, best MMA fighter in the world.
And Dana White was in here. He got asked about what should be next for you. He said he likes the idea of Charles Oliveira. He didn't say it was 100%, but he feels like that's the fight that probably needs to be run back. Do you agree that's next?
It's not my job. It's Dana. Dana have to work on this, and I just will sign the contract. Just send me the name. But my opinion, I feel like already I have two opponents. Charles, okay, I will beat Charles. Who is gonna be next? Gaethje. He will wait, but I don't think it's a good idea. But it is what it is. If they say Charles, okay. If they say Gaethje, it will be okay. Doesn't matter. I will be ready.
Here, Alex has been very active since your last fight. You know, he fought in July, and then he took this fight on short notice. So I'm curious, if you were his coach, what would you want him to do next? Would you want him to slow down? Would you want him to fight in January?
Yeah, he have to. No, January he cannot. He have big cut on his eye, and after this is, I know, he missed very good kick. That's why he have to take some rest. 100%. If he smart, if his team smart, he have to take some couple months rest, because this is not like choke him or like body kick. This is a head kick, and like not just coach. He's like doctor. He's doctor, and his team have to make decision. You know.
Just one more. In the cage, in your post-fight interview, you had some very powerful words about kind of world peace and some certain things going on. Why did you feel it was important to use your platform tonight to speak on these things?
You know, first of all, because all my, like last month, all my camp, I watched the video, I watched the story about the situation, what happened in the Palestine and Sector Gaza, and make me very sad, you know. Because the people in the Palestine or Sector, they don't have nothing. They close them and attack them every day. They not kill some terrorists or some like people. They kill the kids, old people, you know. This is a crazy what happened now in the Sector Gaza and Palestine. And just, I want to send the message. Stand with Palestine, we with you, and that's it.
One more in the front right here. Usman Nurmagomedov obviously had a big win not too long ago at Bellator. If Bellator ceases to exist, and would you like to see Usman in the UFC?
Yeah, I think he's a high-level fighter. You know, he's very smart, and he really know his job. You know, he's very good on the striking. How he move, how he control the distance. He's very good, and I think he will be in the top in the UFC. Of course, he not come to take my belt. He will wait, but he's a young, he's a hungry. He can be next.
If he came to the UFC, would that mean you would think about going up to welterweight to leave the lightweight division for him?
Yeah, you know, he have to finish his job in Bellator. And when he come to UFC, he will show our school level, because our division in the team very strong. I have Usman, Amru, Sharif, Janko, like many guys who give me hard time in the cage. Sagi, Gadji, like I don't know how many, maybe I forget like many guys, but they all people who give me hard time in the cage. And iron, sharp iron, you know. That's why we have like higher level fighter in my division.
You mentioned how you feel Charles maybe you'll fight anyone, but Charles maybe not a good idea. If that was the fight, would it be hard for you to be motivated considering like with Volkanovski, first fight was close. Oliveira, you finished him the first fight.
You know, when you have rematch, it's like same. When you exactly same opponent, you're training like you did the same camp, you know, not make you happy. We're training last couple months for the same opponent, and I told the interview, like, you know, when they make the interview in Dubai, I told them, hey, I have the same feeling. Last year, I was here in the same gym, same team, you know, but when you prepare for some new opponents, it's different, you know, and you become good fighter when you be training for other opponent, because every other opponent have something more, something different. But when you're training for same opponent, it's like you stay in one level, you know.
And do you see a rematch with Charles going any different? Do you feel like he would pose something?
It's not gonna be different. I will show him and I will feel him the hard time. He will give up and I will choke him or finish him.